What's up, guys? I had to start another stream. I hope you can hear me. Turn my mic up a little bit. Hope you guys can hear me. Okay. Will, Golden Rule Appliance Repair. Can you hear me in there? What's up? What's up, JT? Yes, sir. Coming through. Okay. All right. Just want to make sure you guys can hear me. Audio is great. Okay. Good. That's what I want to hear. I was kind of wondering about it. I had to go back and start a whole nother live because the one I had set up, I don't know what I did. I think it had something to do with the OBS. I'm not real good at working it yet. I gotta get with you, JT, on that one. All right. Audio was great. So can we get a few more people in here? If you guys got any questions, y'all can go ahead and go with it. I got a few questions I'm gonna answer for myself also. How you get the courage to start your business? That's funny. Man, I didn't really have much of a choice because the job I was at, like one of the biggest pest control companies in the city. It is the biggest, I think. Man, they're working me like a dog, working real hard, wasn't making any money. If only you knew. I just say it like that. Well, you kind of know. I think I may have told you some stuff about that. You too, a little bit, Will, but I'll go into some details about that a little later on, and also, and how do you get the money to start your first business? To be honest, man, this business it took some money, but it didn't take as much as one would think. The biggest thing was I had to have my biggest investment was my truck. But so what I did was instead of me just going buying a truck on top of what I currently have, the truck that I have now is actually my vehicle that I use for everything, personal and everything. But most of the time, when you're an entrepreneur, that first year, even the second year, you're gonna be working like a dog anyway. So that's what you're gonna be in all the time for the most part. You're gonna always be in that vehicle. So I bought a work vehicle, and of course I did that with credit, and I just kept going. So that's and far as the other stuff goes, I mean they have credit accounts when you get like the equipment and material and stuff like that. But I had a few dollars put back, and I basically just got the essentials. So once I got the essentials, I just slowly added to what anything else I had to get, I just slowly added to it. So I just got to the point where I got enough stuff where I could pretty much do anything I need to do. But I had enough to do anything I need to do in the beginning because you'd be real surprised, even with the large companies, as far as like general pest control and just some of the other stuff. It doesn't take a whole lot. Let's just say it like that. That's a good question, JT. So since we don't have any other questions right now, I'm just gonna go into okay. How difficult, easy, that's not we ourselves. Y'all gotta check those guys out too. Not we ourselves. I got a package company. They got some real healthy food. You guys will see. I'm gonna do reaction to the what he's sending. But make sure you go follow Not We Ourselves. They actually got a whole bunch of stuff going on right now. Matter of fact, he has a podcast coming up pretty soon. So yeah. But how difficult? No, I'm sorry. Let me get back to you. Yeah, how difficult, easy was it to find customers? So in my case, there you go. Here, not weourselves.com. For me, the ease of it. So the business I have is a business that it's plenty of pest control companies. It wasn't hard at all. Once you put yourself out there, you got to put yourself out there in a whole bunch of different ways. So of course you're gonna want to be word of mouth, of course. But now my first year I started, I did a bunch of Google ads. So you do the Google ads, you get the Google reviews. And once you get that up, you'll be surprised how many customers you get after that. And then I also used I used a bunch of stuff. I did the Facebook business page. I use Facebook ads from time to time. Instagram, of course. one of my very first customers put me on the Nextdoor app in a certain part of town, and ever since then I've been getting like that part of town, ton of business. You'd be real surprised. Because not only would I do pest control my first year, even now, like a customer might have something going on other than pest control, and I get there and I look at it, depending on how much business, how much stuff I got to do for the day, I'll stop. Like I put up simple stuff like Ring doorbells for $60. Just real simple stuff. Ring camera for $60. You know, I'm talking about something that only take a few minutes. So I normally keep my tools with me. I don't keep them with me as much now, but I normally keep them with me. You just be surprised. So I got a lot of business from there. But word of mouth, your reputation follows you. So to this day, you'll be surprised. Like my two customers I dealt with today, mother and daughter. So I got the daughter from another customer that I took care of in another area. I think she worked with the lady. Went to the house, told her the price, and then she sent me over to her mom's house also. So, you know, but so let me see what else we got here. I don't want to get too far behind. So I think the next one was how you get initial customers. So I kind of touched on that with that one. As far as like the initial customers, all those different things. I use those different things, probably some other things. And like I said, plus I had a pretty good reputation in the area that I used to work. So when people found out, and I didn't even tell the people because it was it's one of those things where it's let me see how you say it. It's I can't even think of the word, but non-compete. They got non-compete clause. So like one of my customers that had been with the people I dealt with for years, I left, and once I left, I ended up going to starting my own. So once I started my own, the time that we always serviced them, they called me because they had my personal number also. They called me because they're like family members, and they ended up calling me and they said that what did they tell me? Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, well, you know, I no longer work there. And they were like, yeah, okay, what they got to do with anything? They were like, I'm gone. I don't work there anymore. So and they explained that that they were no longer with the company. So that's how I get a lot of customers. That's, you know, it's a lot of it had to do with your personality and what type of person you are. You know, how do you determine your prices? Okay, JT, the first year, I knew what a lot of the prices were with other companies, and what I ended up doing, I went below them, not a whole lot below them, but below them where it was fair enough. And once I got my reputation where it is now with the Google ads and the stuff they put about me on the Nextdoor app and everywhere else, and you know, word of mouth, now I get them a fair price. I don't always charge what the other companies charge. But to be honest, for my service, I can charge what the other companies charge if I want to. Every time I get done with a service, they say, oh, you did more, just what on the outside than they ever did on the outside and inside, time-wise. So, you know. Okay, JT, when do you need to go under the house versus treat exterior, interior? Man, you really rarely go under the house. A lot of people tend to think that you need to go in the house, and that's a lot of times the older people, or they have seen that for years. They had pest control for years. They think that's what you got to do, but you rarely go in the house. You might fall underneath the house, but you don't go in the house at all for the most part, unless there's a real serious situation going on under the house. Now, of course, when you get into the termite side of it, you do have to go in the house to do an inspection. An inspection in the same way with like people when they get ready to get a loan on their house or they get ready to sell their house, you have to underneath there and do an inspection, make sure they don't have any termites. A clearance letter is what they call it. So rarely, I hadn't been under but one house since I started on the pest side, since I started my own. And the time I went under the house, it was for a family member, and she was getting something done. Actually, my friend does termite. I'm about to get into termite myself. I just got the wildlife taken care of, but I'm about to get into termite. But he wasn't going to be able to get to her house. I went over, cleared it, and you know, we went from there. But I try not to go in the house if I don't have to. It doesn't bother me, but I got a bad knee from a motorcycle accident, bad hip. I really don't even like to go in there, but it's not a big deal for me. So Tariq, oh yeah, what's up, Tariq? Man, I appreciate you, man. You always in my premieres, man. You probably was in the one today, but I didn't get a chance to get on there, man. I was working when it came on. But Tariq, I think you're in Atlanta too, man. You should have hit us up when we were down there. How do you get clients when you're new into entrepreneurship? I think you missed out on part of it. So I was telling them I use Google Ads starting out. Depending on what type of business you in, I don't even recommend that. Like I got an appliance repair business also. With that, I don't have to use it because we do it through the third party warranty companies, and I didn't have to. You don't have to do any advertising with that, and you'd be surprised. You can go make some money with that. You make more money with that doing a couple jobs than you will at any average job for the most part. But so I use the Nextdoor app. Well, actually, somebody else put me on there. I started using it out there. Nextdoor app. I use Google, of course, not just the ads, but Google Business, Facebook, IG. I basically use anything that didn't cost in the beginning. Of course, I use the Google Ads. The Google Ads got kind of costly, but depending on what you do, I don't even recommend using Google Ads unless it's a business like what I'm doing because it's a lot of different companies around. But it's not, not that big of a deal. You just want to get your name out there for the most part. I used it a little bit over a year. I'm gonna say probably 13 months. Shut it off. I've been done with it ever since. I hadn't had to even worry about it at all. So JT, why do pest control people just spray corners and baseboard? Okay, so with the new stuff, a lot of people they used to the old way of them doing it. They think you come in and just spray all the baseboard and everything, but the new chemicals is like a synthetic chemical for the most part. And with the new chemicals, you basically just hit the corners, for the most part. And parts of the baseboard, you don't want to go heavy on the baseboard because they kind of change some of the rules on that. But the reason why we do that is because if you ever notice an insect when it comes in, it typically same way with most rodents, it typically gonna go around the walls of the home. It's gonna go all the way to the corner, to the next corner, to the next corner. That's what they typically do. At some point, they're gonna hit against the wall. So that's why when we do the exterior treatment, we go all the way along the perimeter of the house. Reason being is because they're gonna walk in those areas. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why we do it. How do you manage multiple business, keeping up with taxes, customer info, employees, or subs? So I don't have any employees. I really want to get some employees. I don't have any, but so first thing, manage multiple business. So for me, I schedule the stuff the way I want to schedule it. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I only schedule what I can do when I can do it. And to be honest, since I got into this after my first year, now I try not to work all day. I just say it like that. Keeping up with taxes, just pretty much just kind of keep a log of everything. Customer info, I keep all that in my phone. Of course, I use an iPhone, but I'm sorry, for my work phone it's Android, but I keep everything on Google, so I try to keep everything synced with Google Calendars, and of course, it syncs on either operating system. But I try to keep the addresses to the customer in there also, and I always keep their contact information. So when they call me, I'll do my thing. Hello, Corey. Hello, this is Corey with Hicks Pest Control. Blah blah blah. And how can I help you then? I'll say, oh, I know this is such and such. But yeah. So the last part, employees now. I don't have any employees. I'm definitely working on that though. Otis Harris, I'm in Mississippi in the Jackson area. Do you think removing wild animals here will work? I want to see why not, man. I don't know what I'll tell you what to do, Mr. Harris. Just go online and see how many wildlife companies you have in the area. And see how often you see those trucks running around. That'll give you an idea of how well that'll work. But I'm sure it will work. I can't see it not working, man. We got people in our area. One guy, I think he only what did he say? He hadn't been in business a long time. I think he told the guy he was making over $300,000 a year. I know that sounds crazy, man, but you're talking about going in and catching some people, pay those prices. One raccoon for $1,000, stuff like that. Or they might go in, some of them actually do the work to the house too. So you'll be surprised. It's some serious money in it. I got a homeboy, matter of fact, in Jackson, Mississippi, man. He's doing appliance. He has an appliance business. Matter of fact, I met him in the class I took. He's doing pretty well with that also. And like I say, again, that's one of those things. You don't have to work all day. You just do one or two machines. Matter of fact, I don't know if Will is still on here from Not We Ourselves. He can tell you about that. For us making money, man, you'd be surprised what kind of money you can make with that. I honestly say if because in order for me to get my pest control license in Tennessee, you had to work 2 years to get it. But if I hadn't had those 2 years in it, and I actually knew about appliance repair before that, I'm pretty sure I would have gone that route because I wouldn't have to put that time into the pest control. But I'm the type of person, once I got my name on something, I got to make it work. So, but yeah, I would check into both of those, man. Yeah, I definitely would. What do you like about podcasting? Well, you know what? Man, I'm an internet junkie. Like, I don't turn on the TV. So I hadn't watched like regular TV in years, live TV in years. So I just want to get into all areas of like YouTube. I just want to do all of it, man. You know, like you guys will. I just want to do all of it, man. I think it's pretty cool. JT, what does bedbug jobs or certain pest control jobs pay more than others? I guess you say, do they pay more? Yeah, so your bed bugs and brown recluse. Brown recluse are done based on square footage of a home. Now, let me show you one of the best good things about being an entrepreneur. So we had houses where the companies told them 1,400, 1,200, whatever. You know, you could beat those prices. You can pretty much name the price because the material is not very expensive. It's the time that you put into it, but you just think you go out, they told them 1,400. I go do that same job for $800. Now, it might take me on a brown recluse because you got to be real thorough. You're putting down a bunch of monitors. You got to dust the attic. You got a whole bunch of different things you got to do. Man, you could, I mean, $800, I'm going to say 4 to 6 hours. That really ain't bad, you know, not at all. So, yeah, the brown recluse and bed bugs actually pay quite a bit. And of course, when I get into the termite part of it, you know, that's going to pay quite a bit. Wildlife also. Let's see, where are we? What pests do you kill? All of them, or just roaches, spiders, basic stuff like that? Actually, everything. So your general pest control service take care of all your common pests, and it also take care of what we call occasional invaders. That might be something like seasonal things. Like a lot of people been complaining about. I don't know what they call it. They call it. People call them. Well, they actually just beetles. That's what they are. A lot of people are seeing like the black beetles in the house now. They'll see like silverfish. That's like occasional invaders. Ladybugs, you see them around the windows where the sun is. In a few months, you'll be seeing more and more of those. But all the common stuff we take care of. But now, stuff like bed bugs, brown recluse are not covered under just your general pest control. That's like a specialty type thing. Let's see here. How and when did you know you were ready to start a business? That's an easy one, man. So I got a whole lot I can say about that. I'll just say I was working at AT&T, and once I left AT&T, I was in sales for AT&T. I went to this other company. I'm not gonna name them. I went to this other company, and I went into sales, thinking they give you this big dream about how you're gonna make all this money and everything. But man, I did everything besides sales. Every day I was underneath the house doing what we call exclusions. They put in this poly underneath the house, and they basically seal the whole bottom of the house up. And what happened was, they say hard work pay off, but in my case, hard work didn't pay off. Hard work just got me more hard work, and that's what I was doing pretty much every day. So at the end of 3 months, they gave me my certification state test. I got the book a day before. Didn't even get a chance to even read over it. The next day I came into work, they had me to sit at a desk. Y'all just don't know, man. If only y'all knew. Sit at a desk and read over it, and then go take the test. And by the grace of God, I actually passed the test, and I was coming up on the time where they gave me a new Ford Focus or whatever, trying to pacify me. They say things like, oh, well, you got a new car. I'm like, nah, it ain't my car because you didn't give me a title with it, whatever. But that's, y'all know how jobs are. Not all jobs, but some jobs. And a lot of it's due to management. I had to say that. But I did that, and it was just hard work. Now, I'm not opposed to hard work because, I was raised like that, do what you need to do. But at the same time, I didn't want to be doing that every day, and I was supposed to be doing something else. So when they put me in the field, I had to make loot, man. I don't know what I'm doing, and I did real well in sales at AT&T. I just needed to change the scenery. I wanted to do something different. I was there for about 9 years. And I was just like, so they put me in sales, and I told the guy, I said, well, man, I know this is not going to work. He said, well, go ahead and try it out for like 3 months or whatever. I said, man, go ahead and put me on a route, put me in a truck. They said, man, you know, you come from that background, you ain't gonna want to do that. I'm like, what you think I've been doing every day? So, because I knew that wasn't gonna work. So I was like getting them to put me in the truck just until I could figure out what's the next move. But all the while, man, it was hard. You know, a little bit over 2 years was real hard. But it was one of those things where, as I worked more and more, I decided, you know what, I don't want to go to another job. And I had to hold it down for a little bit over 2 years, two longest years of my life. I was in a real bad motorcycle accident that wasn't as bad as that, I don't think. Mentally, that job just destroyed me. You're talking about Monday through Friday, 10 to, and I had one of the worst routes in the area. 10 to 12, 10 to 12 hours every day, even working on Saturdays. And when you got home, my neighbors used to come out to the truck like, you all right? I'm sitting out there calling these people customers. So here's the thing. Everything that I was doing for that company, it's the same thing I would do for my company. I just made a whole lot of things, a whole lot less. I mean, made it seamless, and I improved on a whole bunch of things. So that's when I knew it was time. But I definitely knew when they kept working me like that, and I was just like, man, everybody I talked to at different jobs, going through different things, I just don't want to go to another job. So I just had to just thug it out for that period of time, and I just did what I had to do. You know, sacrifice. That's the biggest thing. A lot of people don't want to sacrifice, but I had to keep sacrificing. Okay, so let me see where I am. I'm sure I got so far behind. Okay, so how do you compete with the big companies like Orca? I don't really see. People would say that, man. I've been in several houses where the big companies have gone to, and every time I get it. Every time. It had been one time I hadn't gotten it. And I think they have a whole lot of bad experience with some of the large companies. I just say it like that. I'm not going to name names, but because it's such a big hurry, it's about numbers to them. It's not about quality. Now, we all want money. Don't get me wrong, but you know, so competing, it's not so much competing. It's about me being able to be out there where people can see that I'm there. So once you get online, they start seeing your reviews. Then, hey, you know, a lot of times they'll call you before they call a big company. You'd be real surprised how many people say things like that. How long is the average work day for you? Man, however long I want it to be. I'm just gonna be honest. Like I went out today. You'll be surprised. A lot of days I go out, my days could be real short, but I'm talking to people. I got a lot of people that like family me. Man, I got houses I go over, and like one of my customers just passed. And I used to go to their house, and every time I would go there, he want me to have them as the last Friday, which was yesterday. Matter of fact, because I went to their house yesterday, and they want me to sit down and have a drink with him. He used to get offended when I didn't have a drink with him. Real nice guy, man. But my days are as long as I want them to be. And the problem is now I've gotten lazy. I've been around some people that I've seen doing some other things. They making money doing other things, and it's like that's what I really want to get into because they don't even really do what I consider what I do, nothing at all. But so man, I don't know. Like today could have been 2 hours, but I mean, I went out, talked to I guess I probably spent working and all, and I only did 2 stops a day. I only made $190 a day. I'll tell you that, $190, 2 stops. I may have did work, I'm gonna say maybe an hour work at most, but you know. So it's kind of how I want to schedule it. I have, like, if I have a customer, my customers, I'm real close to them. I'll say, hey, I'm coming such and such. I call them back and say, hey, I got to do this. And they say, whatever, you know. So you just have a good relationship with your customer, and you kind of work the way you want to work it. Let's see. Where am I? I'm sorry, y'all. And how much money can you make on an average day? Okay, so I gave you an idea of that, but that's just like 2 stops. I mean, of course, a lot of days I go out and I price stuff based on how I'm feeling. You know, it just depends. Thursday I made a little bit over $400. Not a lot, but you know, I didn't do much work either. So I was back at home early. I'll just say it like that. Yeah, you're definitely right, Will. Golden Appliance Repair. Appliance repair is great business, man. I'm just gonna be honest. I'll tell y'all like this. Appliance repair, I haven't really seen anything like it because you don't have to promote it. Like that's the craziest thing ever. Normally you have to promote your business, but you get with those third-party warranty companies, you just be surprised. I'll just say it like that. Which is better, appliance repair or pest control? Well, man, I don't know. I can't say. I like pest control. I like to go get in and get out. But appliance repair, if I wasn't doing pest control, it would definitely be the one that I would do. I'll say it like that. You know, Tariq, how often do y'all do how? I'm sorry. How often do y'all do your networking trips? Man, I'm gonna be honest. That's all JT, man. That's JT. I can tell y'all like the first trip you saw, JT, he took care of that place. That place was paid for. Second trip you saw, he paid for that. Like he gonna have to tell y'all. I just say it like this. It's crazy. The dude paid for it and told all us to pick our own room. I hope you don't mind. JT, you don't mind me telling these people that, dude. Just give me something. I know you in there. And I'll tell you in just a second to read. I'm sure he doesn't care. I thought it was beautiful. That's one of the things I definitely wanted to get him to talk to. Okay, on the podcast. But yeah, so he paid for when we went to. You guys saw we went to New Orleans. The dude paid for the whole thing and told all us to go pick our room. And he took the last room, whatever that might have been, the smallest, whatever. Last trip, Atlanta, he had us pick the rooms, and the dude slept on the couch, you know. And I'm gonna get him on the podcast, so y'all got to hear about why he does it, man. Like, I say it like this. I heard this term one time: your association will determine your destination, and that's a real thing. Like a lot of people just don't realize some of the people you're around. Not saying I wouldn't do anything like that, because I definitely do stuff like that, but you don't meet too many people that would do things like that. Let me just say it like that. But how often we do it, man, I think if it was up to JT, he probably do that stuff every other week, man. But I had to get up and go to work, man. Even though I own my own job, I still got to go to work. But you know, he probably got some. I think he got some other things in store, and Stan's working on some stuff. So I don't know. Y'all just stay tuned. I'll say it like that. Will you hire appliance repair and pest control techs this year? Why not? Yeah, I know you owe me about that, JT. Not this year, but this coming up year. I should have been did something with the appliance repair, man. Because guys, I don't even answer the phone for that anymore. I just do it for the third party company. But the area I'm in, man, it is crazy. Like we get a whole bunch of calls in this area. Whole bunch of calls. My phone don't ever stop ringing. And when I tell you, no promotion whatsoever. I got an Instagram and a Facebook page. And I'm on Google. And that's the worst thing I did was put it on Google. But appliance repair is crazy, man. Like for real. Yeah, and why not, JT? I don't know, man. It's me. My mind, I'm trying to do too many things. I'm just gonna be honest. I know I am. That's one of the things that me and Will at the Golden Rule Appliance and not we ourselves talk about. We do a whole lot of stuff. We try to do too much, I think. Let's see here. But Tariq, I think put down below, man, because I think you are in Atlanta, right? I think I saw that thing say you were in Atlanta. Because we might possibly have some back down that way. I think if it was up to JT, we would definitely be going back down that way. Let's see here. What's your future entrepreneurial plans like in 3 to 5 years? Man, I ain't gonna tell no lie. So I'm 42, guys. To be honest, by the time I hit 45, like when I say I don't want to work, I don't mean I don't want to work. Now a lot of people say they like working, but they like working. I don't know, like they've been program work. Like my parents, both my parents were teachers. My dad taught for like 38, 39 years, maybe. My mom taught for 30 years. And they probably would still teach, but like my mindset is you work to make money. That's it. Like I don't care how much I love something. I still love doing what I want to do when I want to do it. And that could be something simple as just staying in the bed or just getting on YouTube looking at videos. So I'm gonna say 3 to 5 years, man. I honestly, I really got a 3-year plan. I'm gonna be working because I'm still gonna be doing different things, but I don't want to have to physically do any of it. Let's just say it like that. That's the one thing I do regret about. So I started the pest control business, and then I started the appliance repair business. So it's really a mentality. My mentality was I'm gonna make more money with the two businesses, but in reality, what I did was I created 2 jobs is what I did. And that's the one thing I was trying to get away from. So I'm working on some other things also. Let's see here. Yeah, Tariq, 2 hours. Okay, where Tariq, if you don't mind me asking, it's just kind of general area. You ain't got to say exactly where. Have you ever dealt with snakes and skunks? Only two-legged snakes and no skunks, but no, I hadn't dealt with any snake. So in the state of Tennessee, you can't actually kill a snake. And I'm from the country, man. I'm from the dirt road country, rural area, and I'm from Mississippi, and I don't think I had to say anymore when it comes to a snake. So now I hadn't dealt with it. Maybe I would. It just depends on the dollar amount. But I've talked to a lot of people, and what normally happens is they call you for a snake, but you get there, snake is nowhere to be found. Now they haven't fit and want you to find it. Like, it ain't that serious. So but I do have a service where I put out snake away from people. So I will say that. Let's see here. Where am I? Have you ever had customer refuse to pay or try to talk you down? Yeah, that happened. But when that happened, man, you just walk away. Like, it ain't that serious. Like, I hadn't had anybody that refused to pay me, but I've had people try to get me to go down on the prices. And I'm tell you what normally happens with that. When they try to go down on the prices, typically they pretty much know what the prices are or what's a fair price, but they still want you to go down. So I'll leave or whatever the case might be. They get another company out, and man, they always call me back. Like, and I don't mean they call me back after they have gotten the service done by somebody else. And what normally happens is they didn't do anything. They didn't get anything out of it. And at that point, you probably want to raise the price just a little bit because you know they're going to be a problem customer. I hate to say that. So yeah, that has happened. Let's see. This is Will. Shout out to JT and the whole squad. We'll do the same. Yeah, you're right about that, Will. Everybody in the squad. I can't see us not doing that. He says we're going on trips quarterly if the old man. Hey, Will. Okay, look, Kevin. So you know who he called the old men, right? I know he definitely talking about us. Okay, so he's 2 hours away. Mr. Harris. It takes 2 years to get into animal. No, you know what? That's different per state. They don't even, as far as I know, they don't even require. We got something coming up on it pretty soon too. But as far as I know, they don't even require. From what I know, you just have to have a valid business and insurance. But no, they don't require you being in that. That's only for like what I was doing with the pest control, with the pesticides and all that. And that's in Tennessee. And then I can tell you in, what is it? Mississippi is 4 years to get into pest control or termites. And in Arkansas, it's 4 years also. So it's different per state for us that goes. But for us, the wildlife, I don't think it is at all. Let's see what you got here, JT. Do you think you can be an entrepreneur forever? Man, look. Trust me, and man, I've had a job since I was 15 years old, and I'm 42 now. I'm not planning on going back to a job, though. And I'd never been fired at a job. I always give a 2-week notice, but I'm not planning on going back to a job, and I don't want to, knock on wood, but that's not what I want to do. I'll just say it like that. Yeah, I could definitely be one forever. I think once you do it, everybody is that's what they want to do. That's where I live, Middle Tennessee. Kalo, tell me what you mean by that. Like Middle Tennessee, I'm assuming Nashville or somewhere like that, maybe. Okay, I see you, Tariq, Central Georgia. Okay, what's the hardest part of what you do as an entrepreneur? I can say for me, man, the hardest part, man, I don't know, because coming from the job I was at, I'm not gonna say it's just, man, I hadn't really had any days like that, man. Okay, so I say when I first started, I remember it took me about, I'm gonna say, a month and a half, 2 months to get acclimated to the fact that I was an entrepreneur. So I was getting up, putting on my clothes every day, as I should, and getting dressed, nothing to do. So you go, first couple days, don't make any money. Third day, $85. Fourth day, you may have made $200-300, and then you turn around that weekend and you made $500-600-700. Okay, but my mentality was I need to be working every day, all day. That was my mentality. But when reality hit, it was like, okay, well, You barely work, but and you've been kind of just hanging out, and you still made this dollar amount, 1,200, 1,300. You made that for the week. So that was the hardest part, getting that worker mentality, out of my mind. I'll just say it like that. Okay, now what questions you got on paper? Okay, I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Let me see what else they got right here. You think a person starting should go work for pest control business to gain experience first? Well, in most states, you're not gonna have much of a choice. I only heard of one state that they'll give you your license without you working for a pest control company. What insurance do you need? What does it cover? How much is it per month? So with my pest control, it's just general liability. It covers, I think mine's like a $2 million policy or something like that. And how much is a month? People be real surprised. I remember when we did our appliance repair class, a lot of people, they were kind of scared to call them. Like, it's not that serious. So you call, well, you get somebody to call multiple companies. Man, I don't think mine was like maybe $71. I think it's gonna go about 40 when I do my termite. So probably $120 a month, which is nothing. You go out and do one job and make that. If you do one termite job or the right type of bed bug job, you just pay it off for the year. But it's not bad at all. It's a lot of this stuff. An example, I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna go back to appliance repair. I think I pay $41 a month for the appliance repair. Now they do have different companies that you can work for that really require some other things. It might be 50, 60. I know Will's probably can say something about that. Let me see. Are there any other business investors you think want to add to? Oh man, how many? Jesus Christ, how many? Man. It's so many different things. Like, I'm sure a bunch of you guys have seen Martin. I would love to do what Martin do, but not do it. I want to get that set up. That's definitely something I want to do. I mean, it's a whole lot of business, man. Like, you don't want to get me started on that. I would love to have somebody set up doing the pallet business. Not just that. It's a whole lot of things. I mean, it's some things that's so far out there that most people wouldn't even think about doing that I would like to do. Yeah, I definitely got a whole lot of things that I want to do. I can't really say which ones, JT, because today is this, tomorrow is that, today is, it's a lot. Mississippi will make you an entrepreneur. Yeah, you're probably right about that one. I was working in Tennessee, though, believe it or not, man, in Memphis area. Yeah, what part of Mississippi, if you don't mind me asking? I don't have any experience. I work on the company. Should I work on the company? If you're trying to do pest control, depends on what state you are in. You're gonna Jackson, okay, yep, Jackson, Mississippi. I got a homeboy in Jackson that I was telling you guys about, did the appliance repair. But yeah, most King James, most places you're gonna need some experience if you're talking about the pest control. Now, appliance, now, not at all. You don't need it at all. Let me see here. If I don't have experience in appliance repair, where could a person start? Sort of handyman. Okay, can I get contracted without experience? All day. Because I can tell you, like, I wouldn't say I never worked on anything. I fixed a drive before, but I mean, all day, man. That's one of those businesses that don't require what people think it requires at all. And trust me, that's one of those businesses you can do. Anybody can do, man. Matter of fact, we'll go ahead and put some stuff on there. Tell them what's the benefits. That's not we ourselves. I guess it's Taylor. I guess I'm saying that right. Not we ourselves. Future podcast topics. It's gonna be it's mainly relationships. So I got probably gonna have some female hosts, but I definitely gonna have the one female. I think you guys have seen Akia with Zen Home Concierge, I think. She's definitely gonna be on there. Matter of fact, let me give you guys her see if I can type this. I'm gonna put it on here. Let me see. Her IG, so you guys can check her out. Make sure I'm putting the right thing. But let's see. Texas, okay, King James, okay, Texas. And which job were you talking about, King James? Were you talking about the pest control, the appliance repair? Or which one? Let me see, can I get Kia on here? Let's see it. But yeah, she's gonna be doing some stuff on there. This is her IG. She has a Facebook. I'm not Facebook. She has a you know what? She has a what's called also. Let me see if I can tell you what it is. Okay. I understand. Now, definitely check into, well, pest control. Yeah, man. So, Mr. King James, in our state, the way they got it set up, you have to have somebody. You can work for a company for 2 years, but you have to check your state. And what happens is after 2 years, what am I trying to say? You can get your license, but you have to have somebody to sign off on it. So that was one of the big issues that a lot of people have now. But where I was, they don't, man. I got a friend that actually just got his license. He's been he been doing it for 26 years. He just got his license, but I'm proud of him. And I got another friend that been talking about getting. He got his license, but he got his license about 2 years ago, but he hasn't started yet. So yeah. Yo, Will, that's definitely your ceiling is very high. You're right about that. Yep. Let's see. I was gonna put Kia stuff on here, but I'll put it in the in the description once it's over. You need to be handy, basic electricity, basic plumbing. That's true. And I mean, nothing over the top. It's a lot of common sense for the most part. But you do want to go somewhere and find out what's really going on. We have an appliance repair course on soon. Okay, definitely. JT has a small YouTube. Do you think it's possible to get sponsors? Oh yeah. So I just hadn't put out the video yet. I got a mic that I reviewed for this company, and I only got like a little bit over 1,000 subscribers. But yeah, so yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm sure it starts small and it goes up from there. But I mean, I even heard Stan Banks, the guy with I can't think of what it's called, T-shirt. JT put it in the thing down there, or Will, one of y'all. But yeah, he got a guy. I want to say that guy had 250 subs. Man, he got him up. Let's just say like this: the deal that he got him, a lot of people don't make that in a year, and he only had 250 subscribers. So it's all about who you know and those type of things. Let's see. When are you going to start making content about your app? Okay, so I'm gonna say this about the app. So it's in my description. When you guys look at my description, the apps, I really want to do some better quality apps. JT got a real nice one coming up pretty soon. I think he got a couple of them coming up. I want to do some better quality ones, but they pretty dope. The link is in the description. You'll see it in the description also. Let's see. Do you feel like you'll get more? Oh yeah. I heard y'all got Who is y'all? What you talking about, JT? Y'all got 1,000 acres. I don't know what you talking about. That's funny. All right. I'm gonna see if anybody else got any questions, but yeah, I definitely want to do that at some point. Yeah. Let me see. So I had a couple questions. I didn't think I was gonna have that many people in there. I want to thank all y'all definitely for your support. Coming in here checking it out. So I think I made an answer a lot of this stuff. So yeah, I was gonna ask what business I started and when. So you guys know I have an appliance repair business and a pest control business. I started the appliance repair business, and about 9 months later, I started the appliance repair business. And why I started them, I pretty much told you guys that because I wasn't making any money, working like a dog. So what do I want to do next? Man, I'm all over the place with that. So you guys know we got a podcast coming, and that's a whole lot of different things I want to do. It's hard for me to really nail that one down. Let's just say it like that. And that's pretty much it. I think you guys pretty much covered everything. I don't know if anybody got any more questions, but I'm here to answer them for you. Has anyone told you? Oh my God. I guess y'all see that. Has anyone told you that you favor Suge? Yeah. Besides you, no. You want to get on live? Come here. It's my nephew, y'all.
Yeah.
Devin, he got a channel too. What's the name of your channel?
First, I need you to look at that.
Look at what? Come on, man.
Dang it.
What's the name of your channel?
Devin's World. Okay. I was trying to scare him with a rat, but that didn't work.
I'm in pest control. He's trying to scare me with a rat. Get out of here. All right, I'm sorry. Will, has anyone told me that you favor Suge? Ha ha ha. How do you deal with customers that have pets that won't put them up. Well, typically the ones that are, let me see, gonna be a real aggressive, they gonna always put them up anyway. Now sometimes you get the little small ones, but I mean, they don't really bother me like that because it ain't that serious. When I'm going there, my mind is on, okay, getting paid. I know that sounds crazy, but I don't really, most people put them up because they fear that the pesticide is real bad for them, which is not the type of stuff that we typically use. But no, I don't really have any problem like that. Any advice for small YouTubers, entrepreneurs? Okay, so I'll say you entrepreneurs sacrifice, and spend your time wisely doing what you're doing. For the YouTubers, man, so I can't even, like, JT get on me about this all the time. The biggest thing is being consistent, and for the YouTubers, so the main thing is just whatever you have. Like, a lot of people don't understand. You can take a iPhone or just a phone with a good camera and just get going. Just go ahead and do it, because y'all be surprised. Like, some of the biggest YouTubers, that's what they use. Y'all be real surprised. They use those use iPhones, and the only reason why I don't use iPhone is I'm still using the iPhone 7, so I'm not gonna use mine. But and I use a DJI Action Cam, but I don't have too many. And I use that because when I'm out in the field, it probably is not going to break. I don't use my Sony when I'm out in the field. I only use it in certain situations. But I say just go ahead and get started. And the main thing is just keep uploading. Are there any preventive measures you have for people? Pest control problem. Yeah, so it's a lot of different things, man. You got so when I'm doing pest control service, I'm walking around the house and no lie, most time I'm on the phone. These guys know that because a lot of time I'm talking to them, but I'm on the phone, but I'm looking for openings. I'm looking for anything where something may get in. So, and if I see something, I make them aware. And then you'll be surprised. A lot of times I can tell them something's going on, and they say, "Hey, somebody fix it." Well, so I got a group of contractors that I work with. If it's something big, which is normally not, but if it is something big, I'll get them to come out and tell them what's going on, and we'll just kind of middleman a deal out. They give them a price. I actually write it up through my company. I get on the price, and then a lot of things, little small things, I just fix it myself. But if it's something real small, I just take care of it. I tell them, "Hey, I did this for you, or whatever," and I'm done with it. How much does it start a pest control versus? So, man, Will, that's a good one for you also. Let's just say appliance repair, you can probably go to what's the name of the place? Harbor Freight, and get some cheap tools. More than likely, you already got the tools that you need to get started. I chose to get another backpack and get all my tools, and I don't know how much money I spent, to be honest, but it wasn't much. It wasn't much at all. The only reason why I did that, I didn't want to grab my tools I already had because I got them separated. These tools for the house, these are for this, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't cost much at all for the appliance repair. Let's just say it like that. By the time you get the tools, I linked it. I got shirts with my logo on it, embroidered. That was only a few dollars, but I mean, you don't even need that, man. Most people tell you they just need you to, they just want to fix. I got a sign that go on the side of my truck, because I use my same truck. I got a magnetic sign for my appliances, so I have both of them on there. But a lot of times I take the appliance off because people keep calling, and I just don't have time to do it right now. But the pest control, man, I would say you can honestly get started in it. I'm gonna say $3,500 to $5,000. You have $5,000, you really got a real nice setup. Now that's granted, you have a truck. Now I know some people started out with Toyota Camrys. Not Camry, Toyota Corolla. I know a lady that was in Toyota Corolla. I had a friend that he was using a Jeep Liberty, but by law, like the Jeep Liberty, it's supposed to be sectioned off. Any van is used, whatever, it's supposed to be Tennessee. I don't know what the laws are in other states, but the chemical's supposed to be sectioned off. But more than likely, they're not going to buy them. But I'm not telling you to do that. But let's see. What is the newest tech gadgets for podcasting? Man, I just got. Well, I got it hooked up. I just got a Zoom Podtrak P4. JT actually went and picked up one first. I was looking at this other device that I was doing this company that was sponsoring the video that I'll be putting out with the mic, and the mic and tripod, matter of fact. And I was gonna get their device, but it just seemed like it was gonna be a hassle. It was coming from overseas. JT picked this one up. I started doing. I had been researching because it came out about a month ago, so I'm using it. But I will say you don't need that. So if you want to get into podcasting, you can actually podcast without just with your phone. You'd be real surprised, just your phone. Or if you want to do it on a computer, you can get a mic. I got a mic that I'm using now. Not necessary, but you can get a mic. It just depends. I don't know what the quality sound like now, but I'm using the mic right now. But you don't have to have it, to do a podcast. So you can go straight from your phone. Totally up to you on that. You can go from your phone and the headphones, the ones that it comes with. You'd be real surprised. A lot of podcasts are done like that by regular people like me. So let's just say it like that. What's the first step? Start wildlife removal. Man, I would have to say you need to check with your state because if I was gonna do it and I didn't have a pest control company, I'd probably first set up my LLC and get all my insurance and everything. But I probably would check and see what I would need to do first before I do anything. What the requirements are, because they're gonna be different requirements in each state. Let's just say it like that. And you can probably go to like somewhere Mississippi wildlife.gov. I don't know if this is a site or not, but it's gonna be something dealing with the government, Mississippi government, that'll tell you what you would need on that. Are either of your business recession proof? Man, I just say like this has been a blessing. During all this time and all this is going on, like you see it, but you didn't deal with it. Let's just say it like that. So I'm definitely gonna say recession proof because I'll use one of those lines that we always talk about, like Will and I say, and most of the guys in appliances. Every house, for the most part, you're gonna have several different appliances. So I'm just gonna name some. So most houses have dishwashers, not all, but most houses are gonna have a washer and dryer, not all, but you're gonna have that microwave, that oven, refrigerator. In most cases, that's 5 already I just named, and they bound at some point to mess up. The pest not going anywhere. Crazy it may sound, they not going anywhere. So many people are afraid to deal with pests. I try to save people when I go to houses. I'm like, look, this is all you gotta do. They like, nah, I don't want to do it. I don't do it. They want me to do it. So, I try my best, but you'd be surprised. So yeah, this stuff is always something to do. I just say it like that. Are there any times of the year slow down for both? So with the pest control, you don't do well. I say it like this: my first year, I didn't do as much when it got cold, but I think some of that's due to me just now getting out there because you still have German roaches. Normally, this time of year is when everything want to come in, like your raccoons, your squirrels, your rats. So you actually, in some cases, what happens is you make more money doing one thing than you do doing like a whole service of doing several pest controls. Let's just say it like that. So yeah, it could slow down, but once people get the word, hey, this is what you do, they're gonna be calling. I initially set up the appliances, so when we did get all the rain, that type of stuff, I can go out and go do that. I schedule that kind of how you want to schedule it. And thanks to Will, because I was trying to get this stuff done right away, but he gave me a system of, hey, you don't have to go do it the same day. Schedule what's when it's good for you. So how do you protect yourself from being bit by pest wildlife getting rid of? And I never had any problem like that, getting bit by them. So, of course, you go in these houses that might have a roach infestation. They got suits you can put on, but man, it's really all about how you carry yourself. Because once you get to a situation where you think something like that gonna happen, most time money ain't worth it. It ain't worth you even doing. But I never really had any situation like that. I had some houses that was so much junk in it that I told people I couldn't do it, and they called another company out and had them to do it, and they called me back later and said, well, they did this, but then nothing happened, and blah, blah, blah. So, you have that type of thing happening. Who are some third-party warranty companies you find online? So one of the ones I work with is 210 Home Warranty. And so you got the big company here is American Home Shield. That's the one everybody want to get on with. But they don't have any space here. I don't know what it is in your area. You said Texas. And as a matter of fact, it was a couple guys that went to that class that, not in my particular class, that were in Texas. So, I mean, you get just Google home warranty companies, and it'll come up with a list, a whole bunch of them. How has COVID affected your pockets? No, I mean, it hasn't. I know that sounds crazy, but I've still been busy, still been busy. So, and actually, when everybody was off work, I got busier because everybody started calling people, because they had the time to do things they were trying to do. So, I got super busy then. Do you know any successful women that do pest control? Actually, man, we got a all women business here. I think it's Grove. It's what I own it, but yeah, a long time. I can't think of her name, but she's been doing it for a long time. Matter of fact, she does some of my houses. Yeah, so women definitely do it. The thing about it is people get so caught up on this male versus female thing. Now, man, for me, it ain't about that. It's about I go out, do something, make $85, 30 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. Go to the next house, do something, make 125, make 50, make this, make that. To me, that's what it's about. It ain't about, who only a woman can do it or only a man can do it. Because at the end of the day, it's about the money, if you ask me, Oven, yes, got one in the backyard of a rental. You probably can fix that yourself, man. You can probably fix that yourself. You'd be surprised. What's the construction gap? Man, you have to look at my videos. I got one I'm probably going to put out pretty soon. So the construction gap is it's the spot in between where so you have your decking and you have your shingles that come down, and then you have your gutter. But back behind that gutter, sometimes you have a big gap. I got that in a bunch of my videos. You'd be surprised. Oh, Middle Tennessee. I'm sorry, okay, yeah. Matter of fact, I don't know if you close to like what's the name of that town, Tennessee. It's where that military base is. I don't know if you're close to there, man. It's one dude up there. He killing it, man. I think he one of the only guys up there making plenty of money. I can't think of the name of that town, but yeah, he's in your area. He's making plenty of money. How many appliances in your home? How many homes in your block? Your neighborhood? How many neighborhoods in your county? How many counties in your state? Do the math. That's right. 4 to 6 appliances per home. So, I know it might sound crazy, man, but they're going to break down. They always break it down. And the way this stuff made now is garbage. I mean, it's complete garbage. Like, it's almost like televisions. I mean, they make them now where if it break, you might as well just buy another one. But like your refrigerators and stuff like that, man, like almost all of them have ice making problems. I'm not gonna call the names of the ones to stay away from. I just say they are probably the 2 prettiest that they make that you'll see with all the gadgets and stuff on. And I love stuff like that. But yeah, you don't want to get one of those, but they all have a problem sooner than later. Let's just say it like that. And you're going to always make some money off of them. Who are your biggest customers for appliance repair and pest control? I'm assuming you mean biggest customers as far as older people, younger people, or what do you mean on that one, JT? I'm sorry. And I appreciate that. Like, share, and be sure to subscribe if you're new. Okay. Fort Campbell, man, I don't know. I tell you what, I'm gonna Google where Fort Campbell is. It may be the one. I don't know because I'm not really familiar with the military base. I'm just trying to see the town. If you are there, you can make a whole bunch of work in. Yep, I thought that's where you were talking about because that's the only one I know of. Yep, in that area. Are you close to that area? Great garbage, sir. You're absolutely right. We are great garbage, sir. Absolutely. Customer delivery. So I'm in a predominantly black town, but man, for me that doesn't matter. Like I get a ton of customers. I get all type of customers. I deal with more younger customers. But you so old, young, male, female. Oh man. I mean, I know y'all probably have seen this video, man. I got a house huge house. I mean, people always walks of life. I say it like that, from pastors to pilots to just whatever. Like Yeah, I mean, you say low class, but I mean, it's just people not making as much money. Man, everything. Like I don't discriminate. I'm everywhere. People tell you they see me everywhere. So the demographics, I don't really have a certain demographic. You know, it's just I'm all over the place. Let's just say it like that. But it is more in my area. It is more we're predominantly black city, but we do get I get everything. I'll just say it like that, everything. Because as you go out farther in the county, then you start getting different demographics. So you know, it just depends on what area you're in, what part of town you're in. Just to be honest. So we've been on for about an hour. I don't want to keep you guys too long, but if you got any more questions, feel free to post them up. And I sure appreciate you guys coming in and checking me out. I think I went over everything. Did is it Tallow? Did you say okay? That's a small town, outskirts of Nashville, but still nice. I'm looking into okay, okay. Okay, yep, definitely. That's definitely where it is. How extreme would the weather be for you to take a day off? It ain't got to be extreme. Well, I get up some days, it's like I ain't going, you know. But when I worked for the company, man, it's been time. I was out in a basically a tornado. We had a real bad tornado warning, and the weather got real bad. They basically told us to stay out, man. It was pouring down rain, and like a dummy, I'm still out trying to be a good worker. And I ended up calling a couple of other people. They were, man, we've been at home, you know. But yeah, so it doesn't have to necessarily be bad, but man, like when the winter comes around and it get real cold, a lot of times you just don't want to go. But man, you'll be surprised. That's when um, you get a lot of calls for like wildlife. You're gonna get a bunch of calls for wildlife. You're gonna get a bunch of calls for rodents. And I used to be 24 hours, so I used to get up in the middle of the night. And I don't really recommend doing that because you really don't have to do all that. But I thought I had to do that, and I didn't want to leave a drop of money. I still don't, but you know, you don't have to do all that though. But when you get into it, I would say you might want to work on the weekends. But no, you don't. So I'll give you an example. Last week, and it's not anything to do with the weather. Last week I worked because I went out of town with JT and them, of course, and I was trying to catch up. So I worked Saturday and Sunday, and I wasn't gonna work Monday, but I ended up working Monday, and I think I worked Tuesday too, but I took off Wednesday. Well, I took off Thursday. It rained like crazy, so I took off. But that's part of the reason why I took off. Well, no, I'm sorry, I just only took off Thursday because I ended up going helping somebody else on Wednesday. But yeah. So you thinking about what you saying, outskirts of Nashville? I think okay, never mind. I read that one already. So I think Cobra GT 4000. I don't know if you're still on. I think you're in the San Antonio area, right? So I think they deal with some different type of pests out there. And I think I was talking to somebody else on here that was from Texas also. Yeah. So do you see a lot of pest control trucks out there? I'm sure you do. So I think y'all deal with scorpions and stuff out there, right? Yep. Okay. But no, that was earlier. But yeah, so man, I really appreciate you guys joining me. It is Halloween and tarantulas. Okay, yeah, we don't have tarantulas here. It's Halloween, man, and you guys could have been anywhere. I really appreciate it. No swerving. Okay. I don't know if anybody got any other questions, but I'm gonna. Yeah, I know, right? Tarantulas. Oh dear, definitely. But I don't know if you guys have any other questions. Feel free to type them below. And we're gonna actually do another one tomorrow because we got some people that actually wanted me to do it tomorrow versus today. Who you got winner fight? Man, what fight? I have no what fight you talking about. It's Tank. I'm assuming that's that dude from Baltimore. Oh yeah, I know you would know because that's in your city. I think that dude from your city, right, Will? Well, I barely watch TV. I don't even know what's going on most times. Baltimore. I thought he was, but I have seen some. Yeah, I have seen. I don't know who he's fighting, but that's what I'm going for. But because I don't even watch TV, but yeah, that dude is a beast. Yep, that's him. That's him. I've seen him on like some replays and some stuff, but now I don't have no idea who he's fighting. You know, I didn't even know it was a fight. So I'm assuming that must be tonight, huh? Most people, I tell you guys, most people that are in the sports, once you get into the man, you don't even have time to watch it. You really don't even watch that much TV. You just online trying to figure out some more stuff, and you're doing a lot of reading. You just don't have time. You're doing a whole bunch of networking when you can. You know, you're bouncing ideas off each other. I think the worst thing you can do if you go into a business is to only focus on that one business. Don't get me wrong, you need to focus on it, but you don't want to focus on that one business because anything can happen, and you need to know how to pivot. Thanks, thanks, Cobra Jet. But yeah, Cobra GC, I'm sorry. You do need to know how to pivot because something else can come up, and that's the beauty of all us kind of hanging out. So you got Will that does his thing. He has the holistic. He got a bunch of stuff going on. Let's say it like that. Appliance repair. You got JT. He all over the place. He got all kind of stuff going on. You got Gerard. He does appliance repair. You got Stan that does the shirts. You got I'm going blank. I'm sorry, guys. Let me think of some names. I'm seeing the faces. You got Casino that's been in the trucking. Casino does all kind of stuff also, not just trucking. Then you got Stan that does the shirts. I know I'm missing somebody. I think that may be everything. Oh, and you got Martin that does the dumpsters. So the good thing about being in a circle of somebody that's always doing a whole bunch of things, like if this over here slow down for you, and you know you can easily pivot into something else. You know, just because of the no real estate JT has it right now. He's definitely even Will, because Will's doing some he's working on some wholesaling right now also. So Will's working on some wholesaling. He's the Golden Rule Appliance Repair, and he's also not we ourselves. But yeah, your time allocation shifts drastically. That is very true. Once you get into entrepreneurship, you just don't do any of that stuff. I remember when I decided, okay, hey, this is what I'm getting ready to do. I'm going, because at the time when we got ready to take our state test, you had to go to Nashville to take it. You had to go to the capital to take the test. And you can only take it in, what was it, January, March, I think August and October, somewhere like that. It was every 3 months, whatever every 3 months are. And so when I decided I was going to do it, I already knew I was going to do it. But once I paid for it and got all my paperwork in, I remember October 9th, somebody was messing with me about this the other day. Like I hadn't posted anything on my Instagram since then. I'm talking about, this has been it's been 2 years now. I hadn't posted anything because when I built my own website, I mean, I did everything. I just got my logo design. I did everything. And I just, I hadn't had time. And actually, I enjoy it because my mind is always on some stuff to try to prepare myself to the next level. But the goal is to get myself to the next level. And once I go to the next level, I get so far ahead. Now all this stuff I wanted to go do, I can go do, or I think I want to go do, I can go do, So that's once you get into that, you just don't seem to have time until, I guess, once you get to a certain point, you're doing really well. Then I think you go ahead and you get back into all those type of things. And right now it's just sacrificing me. I just don't have time. I mean, I guess I do have time, but I don't use it like that. Like I said, I don't watch TV. Like I do more reading, and people might ask me, "What you read?" Well, nothing in particular. It's so funny because Will tell me, man, seem like everything they talk about, I know about it. And I ain't gonna say everything, but a lot of things I do know because I read a lot of stuff, and I can start here and then I end up way over there just because I'm always reading some stuff. So that's gonna be very fundamental. Well, reading is very fundamental. Everybody know that, but I also wanted to mention, I don't know if you guys saw the video where JT was talking about reading these books or whatever. I put a challenge out, and I'm going to challenge you guys also to read a book. So I've been reading this book. I don't have it in here. It's about podcasting. I hadn't finished it, but I did start on it. But yeah, I'll just, you know, get away from that TV sometime, man. Y'all be real surprised. You'll be real surprised. But yeah, JT and Will. So JT, of course, I know you guys know he keeping up. I mean, he's working on the house right now. He's doing some other stuff with some real estate, and then Will is doing some what do you call it? Wholesaling. He's working on some wholesaling. I think JT might have some more stuff coming up about what am I trying to say? Some real estate stuff also. Tariq, okay, you still in here, Tariq? Mag, what is that about? I'm not familiar with that one, man. Not at all. But yeah, definitely got to do that reading. Yeah, sports, man. I don't even know who on the teams now. Yeah, I'll be surprised. I tell people that all the time. They just laugh. I'm like, nah, I really don't know. I'm gonna let Tariq answer that, y'all, and I'm thinking I'm gonna shut this thing out. Oh, okay. Kind of like comics. Okay, yeah, nothing wrong with that, man. And stuff like that, your imagination really get going. You know, when you read stuff like that, your imagination really get going. That's what it's about. So, any other questions for me, guys? Well, I appreciate all you guys joining. I'm gonna do another one tomorrow. I don't know if you guys will have time. I think I got that thing set for 5:30, but I think I'm just gonna have to go on there, start it up because I hadn't figured out how it worked with the OBS or whatever. I think the reason why I messed up the other stream why I couldn't get on is because I got OBS set up and it's trying to tell me to go there to stream it, and I'm not really familiar with that. Well, thanks, guys. Until next time, we'll see you guys sometime tomorrow.